Yo, put a shirt on.
I've gotten the confidence to kind of just do as I please when I want. I didn't care what anybody said.
Yo, Quincy, shirt on.
Oh no, it's wet. It's washing.
And the little small guy, Mark Bullock, he wanted to say something. He just wanted to say something. I'm tired of the shirt business, for real. He is making me the target. He's a lame-o. Don't worry about him. Mark Bullock, I'll pass. Rules is just not for me. Believe that.
All right. Boom. We in the gym. Welcome to EJ's Gym, a guide to elevate your mindset. Special edition, conversations with EJ's Gym. I'm going to let my guest introduce himself.
Yo, what up? It's your boy, D Nizzle. Nah.
Dino. What's good,
EJ,
man?
It's been a long time, man.
Long time.
Man, my name's Dennis Brown. Everybody knows me as Dino. You know, I come from, from Miami streets and Miami Central, All-Star, whatever it is, back, you can name a list of it. And
right.
Yeah, man, been a journey and, I'm here now, I'm saying? I'm on EJ's Gym. About to drop a few jewels,
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you coming through, man. And I had to go back, right? Because you remember I played with Courtney. I graduated with Courtney, man. And I remember you were behind Courtney, know, and I know you were like, you were ready to do your thing. Because I remember a few games we blew a few guys out and you got in the game. I was like, okay, look at Dino. So I always wondered what you guys did after. I know you guys did even better. Did you guys go to state? Like, what happened?
Yeah, no, I was behind Courtney. Courtney, definitely was a great quarterback. Definitely molded me to, who I am today. I'm saying, getting a chance to really see and learn a lot from the guy. But after that, man, I ended up breaking my wrist. So, yeah, man, I was out for like 5 or 6 games. But some of the games that I came back, I did show a lot of, even with a broke wrist. You get what I'm saying? So my junior year wasn't the best year, but I came back strong my senior year. Was like number 1 in the county, basically, runner up from like, the Wendy's, all of that stuff. Got invited to the Parrot Jungle, Kenny Phillips and, all the big time guys and things of that nature. So, I had a good year. It took me 1 year to get me where I need to be. So, God is good and got a chance to really do what I chose to do, which is play ball onto the next level.
That's cool, man. So what was your transition there? So after Central, like your pool of schools, like who was recruiting you?
I had quite a few schools, man. Initially I didn't want to leave South Florida. Sorry about that. Initially I didn't want to leave South Florida. I had FIU, I had South Florida. I had Kansas State actually. I went to 5 visits. I took all my visits. I wasn't one of the ones like commit early. The business was fun. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because I never had a cell phone until I started taking my visits in high school.
Right.
So my mom got me a cell phone like mid senior year. You know what I'm saying? And I went to Eastern Michigan. I went to Pittsburgh. Dave Wannstedt, the Dolphins head coach. They came sat down in my living room and was like, nah, we want him.
Yeah.
So I flew up to Pittsburgh. It was great. I just didn't like it. Was just too many Florida boys. I probably would have so then I went to UConn. Well, UConn was the most boringest trip I ever had. I was like, all right, this is where I want to go. Like, I'm going to UConn. Fuck it, they was just building a new facility, and they had just went to the bowl game the year before. The quarterback was leaving. So it was like, all right, cool. They don't really have a starter, but they do have 2 guys that was, ahead of me. And I was like, I can go beat those guys out. There's nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's that confidence.
Right. I was like, all right, they ain't got no star quarterback. And they ended up bringing the guy the same year as me, freshman, and I ended up beating him out. He left. But the transition was pretty cool, man. I can't say it was a culture shock. Coming from predominantly white, being the guy to not being the guy again somewhere far from home where you got to prove yourself all over again. So the transition was a little tough, but, the skills took over. The instincts took over and everything just became natural. Right.
All right. So, and I know you ended up transferring to Norfolk State. What was the reason behind that?
Yeah. So, I played, so it was a weird situation where the quarterbacks got hurt my freshman year, so they had to pull me out my red shirt. And I played a very good game against Rutgers. That was, Marcus Daniels and
I remember Willie
and all of those guys. So like after that game, the coaches was like, "Oh wow, he can play." So I continued to play for the remainder of the season, and I ended up having another start against West Virginia. Obviously West Virginia beat the brakes of them, but still played well and had the chance to finish, some of the season. And it took away my red shirt, So then I ended up redshirting the following year. The following year we went like 4-8 or something like that.
Yeah.
So if I would have redshirted my freshman year, my true freshman year, I would have played every down the next season. Because I was going to play again. They was like, "Nah, we're not going to do that to you. You know what I'm saying? We need you for another year," stuff like that. Because what happened was I wasted a whole year just to play 3 games. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So yeah, so that kind of ruined a lot of things at UConn, because the following year they ended up bringing in a redshirt junior guy. It was kind of weird, man, and it was my first time really learning that it's politics to this. It ain't sports, right? So the guy comes in, we have for all the good players and the top players and stuff like that, they get invited to like this what do you call it? The alumni booster club dinner, right?
Oh.
Yeah. So the guy came in, he got invited to the booster club dinner, the whole nine. I'm like, wait, what? I ain't get invited? Hold on, what's going on here? So
right.
It was weird. And it was the first time I really understood, like that was my first time really seeing like, okay, this is not about skills. It's not about, what the team say. It's about what these boosters going to pay who, you know what I'm saying? It became a money situation. And it was like, I've been there for 2 years and it was like, well, Dennis, you guys at the same level. It was never, hey, Dennis, it's your job to lose. You get what I'm saying? So they never really had the confidence in me, not understanding why, but just didn't. Never understood that, but it's all good. So then we ended up going to camp. I beat him out in camp, but they still named him the quarterback. So
wow.
Weird, yeah.
Yeah. But you had confidence in yourself, though, I bet.
Yeah, absolutely. The whole team was a little weird, you know what I'm saying, about it, because throughout that whole winter and training camp and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? Like I never lost a winter training session against anybody, running backs, linebackers, whoever. Like I was always number one when it came to like the working out part on the field, whatever. And they voted for captain. I was supposed to be a captain that year. The coach didn't want to make me a captain because I compete for a job. Straight up, told me straight up like that. Everybody voted for me.
Wow.
Captain. Yeah. Wow. But they didn't make me a captain. So they end up, after like the first week of training camp, they named him a starter. So it was weird. And it was like this. His roommate named DJ Hernandez. Remember the Hernandez? Like the guy that killed himself at Florida? So his brother.
Oh, his brother. Yeah.
His brother DJ came to me one day and was like, "Hey man, keep doing what you're doing, man. Tyler is like," that was the quarterback name that came out. He was like, "Tyler's nervous, he's not gonna play." If you get what I'm saying. So I was doing the thing. I was doing the percentages, at camp. You know what I'm saying? I was edging out, and all of a sudden, like that was it. It was a wrap. I was shocked. I was like, I didn't even want to beat it no more. You know what I'm saying? So, because it was like, damn, another year sitting on the bench. Like it was just doing something to my mental. Not learning, not understanding. Like, you still got time. You get what I'm saying? So I still had 3 seasons left or something like that. This season and 2 more. And he only had 2, which I would have had another season, but I didn't want to wait that long. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I ended up going through the season and played about 7 or 8 games. You know, I didn't start any, but played well. And then it was just like, I want to get out of here. And because my attitude was changing, the whole person that I was before then was not the same person. So it was just like, it was time for me to go.
Right.
That makes sense. It was time for me to go. I was being, rude. I was being disrespectful. And it was just, I needed to change the scenery because football was everything to me.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know nothing else but football at this time. I don't care about school. I play football. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm a smart kid.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Just that wasn't, I probably wouldn't have went to school if I, you know what I'm saying? Like if it weren't for football. Just being real. A lot of kids feel the same way. So so that's how it happened. I ended up transitioning to Norfolk State, which it was all right. Just a very different, very culture shock. You just didn't know who was on the football team come camp. You like, damn, you was on the football team? Like, where everybody at? Like, it was weird. Like
HBCU, baby. I graduated from one.
Oh, my God. When I tell you we didn't have a quarterback coach, no strength coach, I was like, man, what decision did I make? And next thing you know, the quarterback ended up getting hurt for like the season. I was like, damn, I left at the wrong time. Yeah, man, it was
wow.
Bad. It was really bad.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I played all right, man. I played down to the level of like, what I had. You get what I'm saying? So, but other than that, man, it was good. It was a good career, man. I felt like I still made the right decision to leave. I had a chance to start 2 years. I did what I love to do, and I couldn't ask for more.
Yeah, I saw some highlights, man. You made a little cut up for the, NFL, and you did pretty well, man. I didn't know you could tote the rock like that, no?
No, me neither, man. I really didn't like running the ball, but, we were running like high school plays at Norfolk State. You know what I'm saying? We were doing like in and out, like 86, 88, 87, 88. I was like, okay, all right, cool.
I get it, man. I graduated from an HBCU, man. So I get it. It's a different level of football. And coming from what we come from playing football, it's like dropping your level down because you know how our practices were and how our team was. We were good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You just had a lot of guys that just know they wasn't going to the next level, just playing just to play. You get what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, it was fun because, you really had a life that you kind of really didn't have a life. You know what I'm saying? It was like, class from 8 to 12, meetings from 1:25 to like 3, and then practice 3 to 5:30. You know what I'm saying? Training table 6, 6:30, and then you got film a study hall from 7 to 9. You know what I mean? It's every day. Every day. You feel me? So it was easy to get in trouble at UConn because it was just like too structured. You know what I'm saying? A lot of kids get in trouble, shit like that. But I liked that though. And when I went to UConn, when I went to Norfolk State, you had to be 100% accountable for yourself. Like go to class, pick your own schedule. You had no academic advisors, none of that shit. So it was dumb. I was like, boy, this is different. Very different. I walked out the first night I walked in where I stayed at, bro. I said, boy, did I make the right decision? But it smelled like straight weed everywhere. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, damn.
Dude, isn't that crazy how you can go from one school to another school, predominantly white school, at HBCU, and see the difference in money and resources and everything, dog?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, absolutely. No resources. Money is always an issue. Every
year.
Money. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'm done with it. Like, don't even. I know what the situation is. I said, like, it's redundant. Just know. Absolutely, football is the main program there, but there's no focus around it to, there was no structure. You get what I'm saying? And I don't know if it was just the people who never came from a program or anything like that, or they was just lazy to just say, all right, it is what it is. We're going to, you know what I'm saying? We just never really had nobody say they come in, we're going to change this shit right now. You know we're going to make sure you have academic advisors. We're going to make sure that we have every position coach. Don't care, So you didn't have that person there. But I guess they never really came from a program where it was ran different, you know, but it was no excuse or anything like that, but it's just more of a like eye opener. Like,
right.
You're gonna play down to that level because nobody there is majority of the kids there ain't there to play ball. They just playing ball because that's what they're supposed to do.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So, you know, that D1 level, you got like 40, 50 people trying to get to the next level. Right. So it's competition every day. You got to be on P's and Q's. You get what I'm saying? So there it is. But it was fun though. I love Norfolk State. The people were great. Man, if it weren't for a lot of people like the family there in Norfolk State, man, I probably wouldn't have made it through. Man, it was good. So
yeah. That's one thing you do get with the HBCU is that family feel, and people do actually care about each other. You're not just, it don't seem like you're just a number compared to like at a bigger school.
Absolutely. You're just a number at a big school, to be honest with you. Right. You know, you're the big time player, you know. But, you know, at Norfolk, man, I had like so many families. I can go take their cars. Right. You know, I had a family. I was stuck like 5 a.m. in the morning to go do a workout for the UFL. And somebody was supposed to pick me up, but they played me. They ain't never picked me up. So I was up like, it was like 3, 4 in the morning, boy. I was like in the middle of nowhere. Like, boy. So I'm calling. My sister and them, I call them my sister. They came and picked me up like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I had a workout at like 7 in the morning for the UFL. And I killed it. You know what I'm saying? I ended up signing a deal with them. You remember the UFL? I don't know if you remember. Yeah. It was like for like 2 years. That's when the lockout and stuff like that. So it was pretty good, man. I signed a 1-year deal, $50,000. But I ended up getting cut though because of Pat White.
I remember Pat White, West Virginia. He was a beast.
Yeah, he was a beast. Yeah, but the funny thing, they were only taking 3 quarterbacks. They was taking me. Marty Schottenheimer was the coach. It was taking me. It was Vince McMahon or something like that, and some other quarterback. And then when the lockout happened, Pat White became on the market. So they just was like, oh, sorry, man, we're going to take Pat White, this, that, and the third. I'm like, fuck, they had them send me the playbook. I got the football. I'm on my way. They flying me back up to Norfolk. And they just like a few days before, because I had a signing at Hooters because it was a local thing, right? So I had already signed and it was in the papers. So all of the Virginia pilot calling me, this, that, and the third. They're like, all right, cool. We got to sign it for you at Hooters or whatnot, sign autographs. That's how, you know, you make your money and stuff like that. The next thing you know, like probably like a few days before, they called me and was like, hey, look, man, we're not going to be able to bring you up, man. And, you know, we only taking 3 quarterbacks. Pat White became on the market. Wow. You know, out, and they cut me, bro. It was a wrap, bro. I was like, fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. So, wow. So, I mean, that was my next question anyway, your transition from Norfolk to like after, you know, college. Like, what was your experience like trying to go pro or going pro?
Yeah. So I end up like right after the draft. So I left school early. I didn't even graduate on time or anything like that. Cause I just, like I said, I was trying to get to the league. School wasn't really my ordeal. You get what I'm saying? Like I could do a job anywhere. I'm sales or whatever. You know, I sold chips and juices in school, so I can already make money. And I'm already a smart kid, like very savvy. And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna leave school. Left school. Calgary Stampeders picked me up, signed a 3-year deal. You know, pretty good money. 3-year deal, quarterback. So I was there from like May. So we had a mini camp. I beat the other quarterback out in mini camp. He was already there for a year, beat him out. So then they had 3 quarterbacks. I was the 4th quarterback going in. They were going to keep 3, right? Keep 2 and keep 1 on the practice squad. That makes sense? So I end up going, making it to camp. So obviously I get one or 2 reps a day at camp. 1 or 2, that's it. That's it, bro. Like it's like 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4. You know what I'm saying? Then 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4.
You can't even get in the rhythm.
Bro, I would literally get 1 or 2 reps a day, right? So we're going into our first game, whatever, right? Before that even happened, the coach kind of be like, hey, look, man, you good, man? Don't worry about it. You know, just take your time, man. We like what you got doing. You're like our Vince Young, like. it was crazy, like how they talk to you, right? So I'm like, I call my mom. I'm like, Mom, I done made the team. There's that in the third. Ooh, ooh, you feel me?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, like the first game come, just like July. Yeah, around July. That's like preseason. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get hurt. American get hurt or something like that, right? And then next thing you know, they bump me out. They come out. They was like, Dennis, bring your playbook and everything like that. I was like, wait, what? Hold on. Hold on. What was going on here, bro? Like y'all really about to cut me? After what? What y'all cut me for? Bro, I get 1 rep a day. I get 1 rep a day. What's going on? Like, and then the other quarterback, I was way better than the third string. The second string guy, he was lit. He was lit. The second string guy was lit. I ain't even gonna lie, he was lit. And like the third string guy, I was basically beating him out. Every time I get in there, complete pass, all right, go back. Gotta wait another hour before I go back in. It's a running play. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the training rooms. I'm watching the film every day, you know, doing what I gotta do, staying out the practice, ice tub, doing everything I gotta do. You feel me? I'm in the facility longer than everybody. You feel me? So it's like, even on my day off, nigga was going to the facility. You know what I'm saying? Watching with the coaches, throwing out I was out there with the head coach, throwing the ball with the head coach. Like, just chilling. He just, you know, teaching me the game.
Right.
So they cut me, bro, and they was like, all right, look, man, what we're gonna try to do is, you know, we're gonna keep our eyes on you. We're gonna let a few teams know, you know, we let you go, you know, so you can go either to, you know, their team or, you know, do some arena or whatever, and then we'll try to bring you back up in like September when the season starts, like, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? August, September. Never got a phone call. Wow. Never got a phone call. So then that's when I went back to school and I finished up, bro. I had like 12 credits left or something like that, 13 credits left. And it was the weirdest because it's like I left school early. I'm not in the league. You know what I'm saying? I ended up working out for Philly. I didn't even mention that. I ended up working out for Philly, but nothing ever happened there. And it was weird because I'm back on campus, right? Everybody like, okay, like, what you doing? It was the most embarrassing moment. Really? Yeah, man, it was embarrassing. And that's when after I graduated, right? After I graduated, it was like May 7th. The day before that, that's when I did my tryouts and everything with the UFL, and they ended up signing me or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I had to go through a whole year from like first semester to second semester just on campus. So I had to make money because they weren't going to pay for my school. You know what I'm saying? Like the AD and everything was telling me, like, I was telling you, don't leave. This, that, the third, whatever. I'm like, man, all right, man. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, I had to take out a little loan to finish up. You know what I'm saying? So I always tell kids nowadays, man, like these individuals that you're dealing with now, like they were once in your position. They understand this. They understand things. Not saying that you have to listen to them, but at the end of the day, they're not gonna give you everything that you want. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't ever trust anybody. Believe in what you believe in and go do what you do. Because I put my belief, I put my time, I put my work, and I still had to pay for my own school after all that I went through. You get what I'm saying? So they ended up paying for like a semester, and that was about it. And then I ended up having to take out like $10,000, $12,000 to finish up my last bit of school. You feel me? So, yeah, man, it was tough mentally. It was tough because that's all I knew was ball, and the transition was really hard, bro. I see it through a lot of people, but luckily I'm savvy. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of guys who are not really savvy like that. They go from going to that, doing this, and go to UPS after that. Like. You know what I mean? They do all of that to make $12, $14 an hour. You know, I wasn't, that ain't enough for me. You get what I'm saying? I always knew what I was worth. Yeah. So, you know, the transition to regular life, you know, from playing ball, you know, getting cut and stuff like that was like a mental drain in my life. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody that I knew from Miami growing up was like, well, you ain't in the league. You get what I'm saying? You ain't in the league. Like, you hearing that, and it's just like, yeah, here we go again. So I didn't know if it was genuine or if it was just like trying to find out something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it is what it is. But transition was pretty tough. It took me a long time to get over it. You know what I'm saying? It took me like 5, 6, 7 years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So what you doing that in between time?
I was working. I was doing the corporate world. I was reffing. And people were trying to get me to coach and everything like that. I just didn't want to coach. because I know, I took the game serious. I was a different breed, you know what I'm saying? From high school to college, I took the game too serious. And to come up nowadays and see the kids, they don't take the game as serious like that. I couldn't be a part of that. You get what I'm saying? They still drinking, they still doing this. And I was one of the guys who I never had sex during the season, never drink, never smoke.
Right.
I was like, let's get it.
Right.
I knew how serious it was every game. And I always wanted my reputation to be, Dino brung it all every game. You know what I'm saying? I never was hurt, never missed a game in college.
Wow.
So yeah, man, I took it serious. I treated my body well, and that's why still today, man, I feel like I still can play, but it is what it is too.
You never know. After this interview, somebody might send you a contract now.
Nah, man, I don't even want to play no more, man. I've been out the game too long, man. I don't know how these kids play nowadays. You feel me?
Man. All right. So now you got into modeling and acting. So how did you get into that stuff?
Man, I don't even know how I got into it, man.
Really?
If I had to, at all. So so what happened was, I was in the corporate world and it just wasn't feeling right. I was making great money. I was in IT sales and stuff like that. I bought my crib at like 27. I had a few cars. I was doing what I was supposed to do, but it just felt like it wasn't enough. And that's just how I am. Sometimes I just feel like it's not enough. So at one point I was just like, you know what, man, I'm done with this. And, I had some money saved up and I was just like, you know what, let me just go and take out, just see what's out there. You get what I'm saying? And next thing you know, like I saw like these modeling and stuff like that. I took some pictures. I went to these agencies and next thing you know, I just started getting booked and doing jobs. I was like, okay, cool. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Getting 500, like my first job was $2,000. It was like $2,500. Like that was my first gig that I booked.
Right.
It was like an HIV commercial, some shit like that. And I was like, oh, they paying like this? It take you about a good 36 days before you get your pay. So I was like, okay, dang. So I had to ramp up. So you got to ramp up. You got to do as many auditions, get bookings and stuff like that. So started doing it and became pretty cool. I had a lot of time and I was just doing that, man, traveling. And next thing you know, a year later, I ended up on a TV show. Like I had no idea, no ideas. I'm like, bro, I don't know what. Be honest with you, I didn't know what to do. I have no idea what to do. No idea. Like life is crazy. Life will have you ending up, in different places. That's why like the whole 5-year plan is like irrelevant. It's about what you do today.
Right. I like that.
It's what you do today, next week. What I'm saying, like what you manifest now, because you don't know what you're going to do in 5 years. You don't know what life turn. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing Turo now, and I didn't even know I was going to get backed by a crowd-funded loan. You know what I'm saying, to go buy me like 3-4 more cars. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm in the process of trying to do that now. So it's like I'm running the whole business and didn't even know that this business is going to grow and stuff like that, and or the modeling thing was going to do anything. And now doing the credit, like I had my mind wasn't. No, it's absolutely crazy, man. But if you stay positive, man, you keep doing something, you're gonna end up doing something well.
Right.
Positive, you're doing something positive, not like scamming and doing all this crazy. Right. So you keep your head down, you stay focused. Opportunities are gonna come, and you just got to be open to it, not prepared, just open to it.
Got you. So it's that consistency of just continuing to strive and go for what you want.
Yeah, just go for what you want.
Now, taking action, not like writing it down and say, I'm gonna do this tomorrow. Do it right now.
Yeah, you do it. You just do it. And when you get into it, that's when you start to study the game and start to prepare and stuff like that. Like as far as like the modeling now, it's like, all right, I see how the game's going now. I gotta reinvest in some photos. You know what I'm saying? I gotta hit up Atlanta. I gotta hit up Tampa. I gotta hit up Orlando. Try to get in front of as many people as possible, because not like football where people know who I am now. You get what I'm saying? Like I went to audition the other day and like, the girl going, they know who this girl is already. You see what I'm saying? So now I got to get to that point where, okay, they know who this guy is already. And that's how I get jobs. It's just like, it's the same. Every industry is the same, bro. Every industry, football, modeling, 9 to 5, entrepreneurship and stuff like that. You got to out there and find the people who like you.
Right.
Find the people who like you.
Right.
Nobody's gonna like you at first. Find the people who like you. Go out and find the people who like you. That's as simple as that. Stop crying about, oh, this person did this to me, this person did. Okay, yeah, they are. They don't like you. Like, like I tell people,
right.
Like a relationship. You go up to 10 different girls. You're like, you ain't gonna get 10 different girl numbers.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you ain't gonna get 10 different girl numbers. You probably may get 5. You know what I'm saying? If you're a good looking guy. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Most of the time they got somebody who they like already. So you just gotta go to the person that like you. Who gonna do what they want, who gonna do for you as you would do for them. As simple as that. That's how every industry works.
That's great advice. That's great advice. So you say you ended up on a show. What was the first show?
The show was 60 Days In. It was a show and it was way out my element. You know what I'm saying? Like some place I'd never be. I can always say that I'd never be because I ain't doing nothing crazy and gonna get me jammed up and take me to jail. You get what I'm saying? I got shooting power. You know what I'm saying? I know how to diffuse a whole bad situation. You get what I'm saying? Now, the thing is like I'm 34 years old. I ain't going to jail. I ain't turning up on nobody. You get what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You have it, bro. You get what I'm saying? I got too much going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? To be risking, 30 days or a couple months in jail behind somebody who I really don't even care about.
Right.
So a lot of people risk their whole life just because of 10 seconds of, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm good, bro. I got superpowers, bro. I know how to control that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm forced to do something that is forced. You get what I'm saying? But
right.
Everybody got an option. Everybody got a choice. But yeah, man, I was way out of my element, man. And it was cool, man. But, any situation I would get myself into, I always prevail. So went to jail and was there for about 2 months. Lasted longer than everybody there.
Why did you move to a different pod?
I'm such a good guy. The guys wanted me to move to a different pod.
The deal was to find out what you need to do in that unit. We don't need you to go to Unit 6.
We stuck you in a particular unit where you know you're being watched. You know there's cameras everywhere, and you know that we can get to you in 45 seconds to get you help if something happens to you.
We told you to stay in that unit. Don't volunteer.
Never told me to. I didn't volunteer. Okay? I didn't know what was going on. All right? They called me out my room. The lady wanted to speak to me. The lady said, Dennis Johnson, pack your bags.
Cut the acting here, okay? We all straight. We know what's going on here.
Let's make something real clear. We're expecting you to help us out.
Your safety is our concern, okay?
Yeah, I'm safe.
No, you're not. Not when you go and move to another unit, okay? They get you back there in one of them pods with no cameras in and whoop your butt. We ain't even gonna know to come and get you.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go back to that unit.
Yep.
Say you're having some problems with some guys up there, and you just don't feel like you need to be in here. Can I go back to Unit 4?
Understood. So,
just
talk to me like a man, and everything's good. I've been doing what I can to do to throw everybody off.
Do you understand what you're doing?
I'm doing this.
How many people do you see take their shirt off every day in front of a camera and work out?
The shirts get wet.
You know the rules. You can't have your shirt off in the pod.
I'm playing by the rules.
Did you have your shirt off? It's a yes or no.
Yes.
You had it off. Yeah. That's not following the rules. All that does is draw attention to you. And if we're allowing you to get away with stuff like this, they're going to know something's up. If they know what you're in there actually doing, how safe do you think you'd be? This ain't some schoolyard, some college, or some football field. This is real life, so quit doing all this stupid that you're doing. Trying to look cool and all this kind of stuff. I don't need that.
Don't raise your voice at me.
You're in my building. Don't turn around anything on me, because I promise you, I will walk you out the door right now, and this will be over with and done. Go in there, do what you're supposed to do, and do your job. Simple as that. We don't have any more problems.
We're good.
We are? Okay. Go do your job, all right? Hang in there. You don't have to grip your hand hard, trust me. No, sir. Look, we can cut the camera off and we can have a real talk, but at the end of the day, I do this for a living. Don't try me.
Chief Pete, from the jump, he don't like me. He's threatened by me, intimidated by me, because he thought when I was gonna come in, he thought I was gonna do, he was gonna look at me and, you know, pounce on me. But that ain't the case. You get what I'm saying? I'm in there to make it happen. This whole situation right here, like I can't deal with that. You're not gonna talk to me like that. No, you ain't gonna talk to me like that. We got a problem. We got a real problem.
So was it real? Like, what you guys were acting? I thought like it was an acting thing.
No, it was real. It was reality TV, but you know, like people think it's fake, but it wasn't. I had 2 bunk mates. I had a fucking shank in my shit just in case.
Wow,
shit was real. I had a shank in my room. I had to hide it, but luckily they didn't do any no searches in my room. You know what I'm saying? But they probably wouldn't have found it. I had that shit like inside the metal. You know what I'm saying? On the back of the bunk. It was like and the bunks was like nailed down, so you couldn't move it. You feel me? So somebody, I guess, previously had made a hole in the metal, so I put that shit in there, and it was good. But
so was your roommate like crazy or something?
Nah, my roommates was good, man. I ran my room. You know what I'm saying? They go get breakfast for me and shit like that, and you know what I'm saying? I basically was like kind of the guy, you know, in there and shit like that. So like I fed a lot of people when I was there. You know what I'm saying? But they're not gonna show you that. They made it seem like I was more like the cocky guy and everything like that. But like I fed a lot of people. I didn't go to jail to be going there and, you know, threaten people and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was teaching a lot of people about shit. You know what I'm saying? Like mindset.
Dope.
Yeah, man. I had a little youngin in there that was like 18. He was graduating and shit like that. So I had to go see what the situation was, and I had to check a few people. You know what I'm saying? I was in there like, hey, look, man. You got buddy jammed up. Why he in here? You know what I'm saying? He getting ready to graduate, this, then the third. Woo. Oh, nah, you need to make sure his book's good. You know what I'm saying? Get out there, phone call him, call his people, and make sure his book's good. So I was in there orchestrating shit. You know what I'm saying?
Being a leader.
Yeah, being a leader, orchestrating shit. Like niggas was hungry in there. You know what I'm saying? And like niggas coming up to me like, hey, Q, I know you, because my name was Quincy in there. So they're like, hey, Q, man, come through, whatever. I got you, man. Make sure you pay me back. You know what I'm saying? I never took from niggas. You know what I'm saying? I always gave. You get what I'm saying? Like, really don't take. You get what I'm saying? Gave. You know what I'm saying? I was God in that, basically. You feel me?
Got you.
I be walking around. There's 3 people walking behind me every day.
Got you.
Every day. But you ain't gonna see them. They ain't gonna show that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I remember one time I thought I was gonna have to fight. The first store day, right? So first store day, right? All the doors broke. This was the worst jail you could probably be in America. All the doors broke. All the doors. Not one door works, right? So anybody can run up in your shit. You get what I'm saying? Like run up in your shit, getting stabbed and all type of shit. Boy, So store day come. I'm only in there for a week. Store day come, but I had them already put down though. I had them already put down. So like my second day, I got in probably like on a Wednesday. So right after store days are every Tuesday. So like Wednesday or Thursday, I get in there Wednesday or Thursday. I get like this cellmate, white boy, and we go get breakfast. So everybody got to get up in the morning, go get breakfast. So I got him up. I told him to go get my food. So I go get the drinks or whatnot. Because if you don't get the drinks, you're gonna be done. You know what I'm saying? There's a cooler with like 100 and something. There's one cooler with like 170 people in there. So imagine that. Wow. Right. And niggas is getting like gallons. And you know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck. You feel me? So I go and get my drink. My roommate is my cellmate. He up in the front of the line. So I get the drink. I go sit down. I turn it back around. I'm like, where my food at? This nigga in the back of the line. Like, hold up, man. Because niggas would rush the line and jump in front of you. Yeah. So I stood up. I was like, hey, look, I don't give a fuck who y'all niggas is. When my roommate was up in the front of the line, I'm hungry. Hey, bro, get my plate. Move him in front of everybody. Got my plate. Anybody got a problem, let me know. Sat down, got my food, ate my food, whatever the case may be. Just like that. Right. In front of everybody. Move that boy in front of everybody. I wasn't even playing. I ain't had no smoke with nobody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, It's just the fact that I wasn't about to let nobody like try me. You feel me? So I had to go in there and put down. I didn't care who it was, whatever. We could have squabbled, we could have did whatever, but ain't nobody wanted to do none of that, right? So that was like the first day or two when I got in there. I moved them from the back, moved them to the front, got my food, sat down, ate my food, and went back to my room. And nigga was like, and then I had like 2, 3 niggas come to my room the next day. They were like, boy, hey, where you from? Where you from? I was like, Miami, man. Shit, what you in here for? This, that, the third. I was like, you know, scamming and shit like that, whatever. So that's when like niggas started really like trying to fuck with me and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
And then when my books, like when my money came, I had my girl put like a couple hundred on my book. So niggas saw I had like a couple hundred on my books and everything like that. So niggas was like treated me like I was God. You feel me? So yeah. So, but yeah, like the situation about the fight was when I got my store day, it was the first store, every door broke. So niggas already warning me, like niggas run up in and shit and steal your shit. So I'm like, all right, shit, ain't nothing, it was whatever. Right? So I'm down in the rec room, I look up, I see this one dude going to every room, opening the door, right? So I'm just waiting. I'm waiting, I'm peeping like this. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Everybody like, Q, you good? Shit. So next thing you know, I'm thinking he opened up my door. And I ran up the stairs, right? Ran up the stairs, but he never opened my door because from how I see it, I'm thinking it's my door, but it's not my door. So he opened it and I ran upstairs, right? 3 people run up the stairs behind me like, well,
they ready.
When I say ready, that's when I knew I was like, oh, these niggas in here fuck with me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they ready. So, you know, and I'm not like this out here in the street like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In jail, niggas ain't got no gun, niggas got that, but we gonna throw hands. Like, I'm throwing hands all day.
All day.
I grew up there. Hey, nothing. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? Broke no, you know what I'm saying? Busted lip, whatever, nigga, that's whatever. So, you know, I run up ready to throw down. Like, I'm talking about, I'm like, well, what is Dino at? Bro, I ain't seen this Dino since goddamn motherfucking like, you know, high school or goddamn early college when you got to put on for niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, boy, niggas really fuck with me, but he didn't even go in my room, dog. He went into like 2 other people's rooms but mine, skipped my shit.
Wow, that's respect.
Yeah, and that's why I knew niggas was fucking with me heavy. You get what I'm saying? Because what I know is in jail, like if you got the money, I don't give a fuck if you can't fight. If you got money, niggas gonna respect you. You know what I'm saying? But I had them already put down, like I was ready for whatever in there. You get what I'm saying? Like I was ready. You get what I'm saying? Like even there was another situation where one of my homeboys was about to get into it. I see like 3 niggas coming around, you know what I'm saying? And he by himself. So I stood up in the paint like, well, ain't nothing, right? So the next day, the dude brother, he had just came from prison, came to the jail. He was like, hey, Q. He was like, boy, I fuck with you, boy. I was like, what you talking about? He was like, boy, hey, boy, you stood in the paint. Boy, you seen like 4 niggas come around and you stood in the paint with the... I was like, I said, bro, it gonna go down. It ain't matter. You feel me? Like, bro, I had just had so much respect, dog, in the jail, dog, like to the point where after that, I felt like I can do anything in the world, bro. Like if I can go to jail and kind of control that, you know what I'm saying? That's not even my environment. You get what I'm saying? To being in the corporate world, handling that, and football doing that, I just felt like I can do anything I want, you know?
That's what's up. Another question I'm gonna ask you, how was the little encounter with the chief? Because I did watch that.
Oh yeah, the encounter with the chief was a little awkward, you know what I'm saying? Like based on what you see on the TV, it made it seem like I was like the bad guy and everything. But you know, I think that was his role to kind of get me started. And I after watching the show, it all makes sense now. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to make me look like I was like the bad guy, the cocky guy. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, from early on, I never understood it. I'm going through the show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is why they're filming. I'm going through the show wondering like, why is this guy like, you know, bothering me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was weird because it was like when we first got it, everybody had to introduce themselves, right? So I'm introducing myself and he just like cut me off. Oh yeah, we know who you are. We seen you on Instagram with your shirt off and you think you just, and I'm like, okay, all right. And then I just kept talking, right? Yeah, it was weird. And I kept talking. I was like, yeah, I'm Dennis. I'm from Miami, whatever. So, and then we had to go up and do like a scenario, like, right? They had to do like a scenario, like if they, because we all had a story, right? If you ever watch the show, you're never going to see them. You're never going to know what my story is.
True.
Oh, that.
I never knew it. That's what I was saying. I never knew it. That's why I was listening to you talk about like you were scamming and stuff like that. I didn't know that.
Right. They didn't do that because they wanted to portray me as like I'm this like terrible person or something like that. Right? Like, it was so weird.
Yeah.
So we all had to go up to the sheriff and act like a situation like somebody asks you what your story is, right? So if you watch at the beginning, you'll see like some of the guys telling the stories or whatnot. So when I went up there, they were saying like, "Hey, where you from?" I was like, "Man, I don't want to talk like that." You know what I'm saying? They made it seem like I didn't want to talk to the sheriff or he was telling me something. I'm like, "No, I don't care about that." You get what I'm saying? I was just doing what they were telling me to do, right?
Oh, and they cut it. They cut it.
They
and
cut
edited
it to
that
the
way.
point where it made it seem like he was trying to tell, and I was like, "Man, I don't care about that." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Actual, I was doing. We were doing like the training. If somebody came up to you and asked you what your story is, what are you gonna say? You get what I'm saying? And that's what I did. So they made it seem like it was me being rude to the sheriff and them. I was like, oh Lord, these people got me fucked up. Like if somebody come to me in jail, bro, and like, what you in here for? Like, I don't fuck with you. I ain't talking to you.
Right.
That's how I did it. Like, you don't just be like, well, I mean, like, nigga, I don't know you. Like, you got to earn your respect to talk to me first. That's how I did it. And when I went in jail, I did the same shit. Nigga was in there like, what was you? Straight, like, I don't know you. You don't get no respect from me first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Niggas offering me shit when I first got in. I don't want that shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, I was in there like that. So, of course, like, people ain't going to understand that. You know, I talked to August at first before, August had just got out of prison.
Yeah.
So I called August. Shit, my battery low. And I only got my charger. My, hold up. No, I ain't got it. Okay. So I call Avis. Avis like, when you go in there, don't take nothing from nobody. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk to niggas like that. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Get your respect. So that's how I took it. You know what I'm saying? So Avis was helping me out from initially. And that's where that came from. Like, man, I ain't talking to you, man. I don't know you. You get what I'm saying? So
right.
But yeah, that's how the situation with the sheriff kept going. I guess his job was to like kind of like bother me the whole time, like every time. And it was weird, and I never knew it until I actually watched the show. You get what I'm saying? But no, everybody all cool. Nobody disrespect. After the show, after reunion, everything, we dapped it up, talk, shit like that. So
that's what's up. All right. So since your battery running low, we can wrap it up a little bit. I have a little wrap up thing, and you can just kind of like fill in the blank. And just everything in your story kind of matches this wrap up anyway. So from your perspective, from Dino's perspective, confidence is what?
Confidence is key in everything, man, but you just got to know how to display it, hold on one second. Can you
yeah.
All right. Okay, cool, perfect. All right. Everything, confidence is everything, but it doesn't need to be displayed, right? Confidence is something that you don't have to portray. You get what I'm saying? It's just, is either somebody going to see it or notice it, right? Because it could be fake confidence as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that you just got to come in and be cool. Confidence isn't something that you have to show. Confidence is if you're in a situation, you handle it right then and there, whatever it is. That's confidence. You get what I'm saying? Not something that where you're hesitant about it and stuff like that. Confidence is not something that you have to display or try to show. It's in you. It'll come out and it'll ooze itself out. So that's confidence to me.
Okay. Attitude is
what you need to get through life, because you're going to have all types of ups and downs. So you got to be able to have that attitude where like, all right, fuck it. All right, this just happened. All right, tomorrow we're going to have a better day. We're going to get after it.
Gotcha.
So attitude is something you need, to keep you going through like adversity, because shoot, there's times I can cry. I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but you go through all of those emotions. And when you go through those emotions, you're going to have attitude to kind of get you going to where you need to be.
All right. This one of my favorites, mindset is
everything. And when I say mindset is everything, you got to have tough skin. You're gonna hear no's. You're gonna hear all type of things, but you have to have that mindset where you're focused on the actual goal, right? And basically, sometimes you're not gonna have that. You're not gonna see the light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta have that strong mindset, like, okay, this is what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, and it's gonna work out. You get what I'm saying? And I just have the mindset.
That's what's up. All right. Dino is who?
Dino is, you know, a very, very happy, very blessed, favored person on the way to do great things. And also not just himself, you know, inspiring people, you know, always helping people, individuals and things of that nature. And, you know, that's what I understand, you know, helping other people at the same time, helping myself to get to where I need to be in life. And Dino is a very solid person, very thick skin, very confident, strong mindset, always been that way. And not a follower, always been a leader. And yeah, man, I'm like a chameleon, man. I adjust to anything, you know, adjust and improvise, you know, adjust and improvise. So whatever the situation, whatever the outcome is, you know, you just got to learn from it, keep it moving, keep it going. Don't worry about what nobody say, just believe in you and good to go.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for sharing all that wisdom, man. And hopefully people can gain something out of watching this interview.
Absolutely. I'm sure they will, man. I think they will.
All right. So we all, like I say, we all go through that roller coaster in life. Why not have a guide to elevate your mindset? Jim, out. All right. Yeah.
All right, Jim.